to prove the fragility of your confidence. Piyush Goyal.
Thank you, Arnab. At the outset, I'm sorry for being late, but your staff insisted I should come to the studio.
That's
but
good. It's always good to have you.
Coming to Noida means going through Delhi traffic, which is such a big mess. That in any case, the government needs to go only on that score, if not anything else. Very interesting to see your same panel, all agitated. Somehow they have to bring Mr. Modi in and say that the BJP is losing. But
you're banking on Mr. Modi. People are not bringing him in. The BJP which is banking. Yes, please.
Or are you also going the Arnab way? It's very interesting to see that there's a vociferous attempt by some of my friends sitting on this panel to try and project as if Aam Aadmi is
there's no question of going the Arnab way or the other. We are from the same channel, and therefore, if there is a similarity in the questions, I think we reflect the commonality of thinking.
Not questions, the style.
Yeah, that's all right.
You never allow me to compete.
Piyush Goyal, the floor is yours. The floor is yours.
Yeah, yes. Please do that for, have a little patience also sometimes. See, the story is what I'll pick up from what my senior journalist friend and very, very eminent person Vinodji said. Credibility. In fact, I think that's the one thing that the Aam Aadmi and Arvind Kejriwal completely lack. Where is the bharosa on that man who ditched his own mentor, Anna Hazare, for his own petty political ends? He used Mr. Anna Hazare. He made all sorts of tall claims at Ramleela Maidan that I am fighting a battle for Lokpal. And when Lokpal could have happened, we were fighting for it, we got the whole Rajya Sabha on our side. And when the Congress decided to jettison the Lok Sabha at midnight on 31st December, most welcome.
Yes, I really want to.
At that point of time, instead of attacking the Congress, this gentleman suddenly brings up secularism and whatnot, and tries to bring BJP and Congress on the So the fact of life is, you have already passed judgment. Let's wait. The Congress has not even come onto your panel. Ye halat hai Congress ki. Aam Aadmi is able to only bask in a glory of one state because of some polls that you've taken out. I'm not at all. Frankly, I'm personally delighted. I just saw the numbers 2 minutes back. I'm delighted to read it. Mr. Modi, in fact, the other day wrote a blog in which he said opinion polls have to be taken in the right spirit. They could reflect a large part of what is happening. We as a party learn from whatever all of you say. We try to assess whether complacency is setting in any of our systems. Sometimes we do course correction, some of which we have already done going forward in the last few days.
Arnab, can I come please?
You also see within the opinion polls,
Mr. Goyal.
You also see within the opinion polls differing trends in different areas.
No, Mr. Goyal.
We have our own polling system. We get our assessment from on the ground, and we are fairly confident not only a very good majority.
As this debate, Shazia, before I come to you, I'm going to allow you a full time to rebut. So what we are going to do is, we're not Shazia. We have to go to one ad break, but before that you will rebut. We'll go to the ad break, and then we are going to continue the debate after that. So that's what we are following. Between September and November, this is the fact. The Congress loses 2% vote share and 5 seats. In Delhi, the BJP loses 4% vote share and 5 seats. The Aam Aadmi Party is the biggest gainer in this period with the addition of 7% vote share and 11 seats. Some fairly strong things have been said about Arvind Kejriwal by Piyush Goyal. Shazia, respond in a minute, and then we go straight to the break. Shazia to Piyush Goyal.
Yes, Piyush Goyal just mentioned Anna ji. I would like to ask Piyush ji as to what they did and how they dished the architect of BJP, Advani ji. That's one point. Second point, it is only Arvind Kejriwal and Aam Aadmi Party which is committed to Jan Lokpal bill, for which millions thronged to Ramleela ground and other parts in the country and extended the support to. So it is only Arvind Kejriwal and his insistence and all of us who rally behind him and for a strong law like Jan Lokpal that we have made a party and we want to enter the Vidhan Sabha and hopefully the parliament. So this is what our commitment to Lokpal bill is as opposed to you, Mr. Piyush Goyal. Secondly, Dr. Harshvardhan said, why is he fighting shy? Let me finish, sir, with your kind permission, sir. And Dr. Harshvardhan, why is he fighting shy of taking on Sheila Dikshit? Why does he want to play safe and stay confined to his constituency? in a limited way? Doesn't he want to represent the rest of Delhi to be a CM candidate, or is happy being with the same people instead of picking up cudgels against Sheila Dikshit? Also, he called Arvind Kejriwal a starter. Let me tell you, Dr. Harshvardhan, Arvind Kejriwal will just not be a starter and appetizer. He'll be an entire meal and the dessert too. You'll see it very soon.
Going into the break, the response will be on the other side. No, I said this. I said we agreed on this. Shazia will respond.
Shazia, very interesting. Shazia
will respond.
But this is great. We have jettisoned Mr. Advani, our tallest leader. Despite the fact that we have such a lovely system, a democratic system where the most popular leader emerged as our Prime Minister candidate. And Mr. Advani himself said,
this is exactly
Mr. Advani recently himself said that Mr. Modi will make a great PM. That's true democracy in our party.
This is precisely how you will remember what I said 14 minutes back on this program. I said 14 minutes back, there's 1 month left. The fight will be more between the BJP and the Aam Aadmi Party than between the BJP and the Congress. We'll be right back on the state poll projections. This debate is only warming up. Welcome back to the state poll projections. Joining this panel right now, Nirja Chaudhary is with us on the panel and Sankarshan Thakur joins us as well. Piyush is with us. He's in a very aggressive mood today. This is the news that's coming in from Delhi. The Congress is projected as per our C-voter poll to get only 24 seats, which I think, Sanket, is the lowest that the Congress party has got since the 93 elections.
Exactly. See, Delhi, this is the only fourth election in Delhi, because Delhi was, declared a state in 1993.
So what's the historical significance of this performance for the Congress party? I don't remember the exact number they got in 93, but it was some 14
seats and 34% of the vote.
Right.
Now they are touching something like 30. It's actually lower than their 1993 vote share.
Yeah.
The BJP is touching 32, which is also something similar to what the Congress got in 1993.
Yeah.
It's a complete fragmentation of the vote.
Yeah.
So in that sense, the Aam Aadmi Party has really become the upsetter. The real challenge, and I wanted to make a response to Mr. Rajgopal on the point of in infrastructure. It looks that the Aam Aadmi Party is an experiment in trying to see if communication, branding and networking can replace hard election infrastructure. We really don't know the way it goes, but that's the experiment of the Aam Aadmi Party.
We have seen at least 10 elections.
Yeah.
Never seen such a party which has no organization, no policy, nothing. Just getting a broom.
Can I ask you one question?
Remember?
No, they don't have policy. They don't have any.
I have one question.
I must come in now.
I have
one minute. I'm letting Station Narayan Singh come in.
1977 का चुनाव कांग्रेस को बुरी तरह से हरा के हुआ था और पार्टी का गठन सरकार बनने के बाद 1 मई 1977 को हुआ था. सो व्हेन
वो अलग बात है.
पूरा का पूरा मिडिल क्लास इंक्लूडिंग विनोद मेहता, यार ये तो बोलने नहीं, इंक्लूडिंग विनोद मेहता और पिचिंग फॉर देम, देन व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम? और यहाँ पे बूथ, अरे साहब यहाँ पे बूथ पे पैसा लेके दिल्ली में लोग नहीं जाते. दे गो एंड दे इंश्योर that the candidate wins.
No,
they don't have policy. Each day they change the policy.
Sankarshan Thakur, the question is this. Vinod Mehta, I'll come to you after Sankarshan. The question is this. There was a Harshvardhan gamble. And after the Harshvardhan gamble, the BJP's numbers have fallen. Which means, at least on paper, it is not appearing that the Harshvardhan factor is paying off. Sankarshan, your
BJP has had huge leadership problems in Delhi. They've been quarreling. They've made a patch up, in front of the cameras. But, people remain suspicious how real this patch-up between Piyush Goyal and Harshvardhan is. The party has been sort of deeply divided, and everybody knows down to the voter that there is a problem in the BJP in Delhi. The Congress has no such problem. The Congress's problems are anti-incumbency in a fourth election, in one go. So, and the Aam Aadmi Party, I mean, new kids on the block, they could take people by surprise. I mean, the very fact that there is mounting cynicism in the voting public, especially in urban areas, and there is a party which is coming up with new ideas, new ways of working. I'm not saying they'll work or not work, but they are offering an alternative to both the BJP and the Congress.
You know why we are spending so much time discussing Delhi here today? We have three other states, and our viewers must be thinking.
One question.
The only point. One small point, Mr. Mehta.
I want to ask you a question. One question, very important.
Whose question? Who are you asking the question?
Have we got any evidence?
Yes.
Which damage is being done by the Aam Aadmi Party more to BJP or to Congress?
It's more to the Congress Party. The answer is very simple. More to the Congress Party. Yes, yes. I have statistical data. When I do a region-wise analysis, I find that in Northeast Delhi and Northwest
damaging
Delhi,
Congress
for example,
more than BJP.
Yes, which are also large parts of these are migrant voter clusters. That there is a huge swing for the Aam Aadmi Party, a swing of 6 to 5%, extrapolated on the September numbers, which means in 6 weeks. There's a 6 to 5% swing consolidating away from the Congress for the Aam Aadmi Party in specific areas. So the Congress Party is losing everywhere, but it's losing more in certain pockets. When this happens, generally, I don't know, when this is certainly perceived, I know political parties don't trust an opinion poll, some even don't come on our shows, but when this happens, generally the numbers are seen to be a little bit more trustworthy and reliable.
Absolutely. There's a certain demographic cluster which is favoring the Aam Aadmi Party.
Sure.
Yeah. If we take Northeast Delhi, Manisha, this is the point you are essentially making. This is where Sundar Nagari is.
Stay with this. Northwest. We are Northwest now.
Yeah. So we're at Northwest. The Aam Aadmi Party is picking up 5 seats here. Yeah. Okay,
we moved ahead.
South and West Delhi are essentially the places where the Aam Aadmi Party is doing the weakest. There, essentially, it's a BJP versus Congress battle. Yeah. I mean, in a sense, the BJP is reclaiming its strongholds of South and West Delhi. The Aam Aadmi Party is picking up Northeast and Northwest, which incidentally were Congress strongholds, have a lot of this new contributing demography of Delhi, which is essentially coming from other states.
So the story is that as far as Northeast Delhi is concerned, which is the biggest stronghold of the Aam Aadmi Party. This is where the Purvanchali vote, migrants from UP and Bihar are the most, and Northwest Delhi are mostly, there are a lot of Jat migrants from
overall,
Haryana.
you would say Aam Aadmi Party is hurting the Congress more than
the Of course it is hurting the Congress Party.
The fact that we're talking about an infrastructure on the ground, when they started with a small little demonstration here in the heart of Lutyens, Delhi, before they moved to Ramlila Maidan, there were a few handful of people over there. It was word of mouth that really carried the popularity, and it caught the imagination of the middle classes as well. To say that it's just restricted to the lower classes, to say that there is a requirement of an infrastructure could be a completely false argument, because word of mouth converted it into a movement in Delhi, and that word of mouth can convert it into vote. We'll have to wait and watch.
Do you know, Arnab, the biggest point over here? The biggest point is, look at these constituencies where the Aam Aadmi Party is gaining. Northeast Delhi, Northwest Delhi. This is not really the urban Delhi that we usually talk about. This is the population which finds it a little uneasy paying 100 rupees a kilo for onions, 80 rupees a kilo for tomatoes, and that is what is going with the Aam Aadmi Party, not with the BJP.
I just want to make one point here. Why is Times Now spending almost a disproportionate amount of the time today discussing Delhi? It's because Delhi is so significant. Delhi is significant for the Congress because it's the only one out of these states which it can realistically hope to retain. And Delhi is very important for the BJP because if the BJP wants to make it 4-0, then it cannot afford to lose Delhi. If it wants to make it 4-0, which will give it a momentum, it has to gain Delhi. So the BJP, despite Piyush Goyal putting up a strong performance in terms of showing his confidence on the show today, the fact of the matter is that there would be a certain amount of apprehension at the prospect of not winning Delhi. The BJP would know the consequences of that. May I ask you, what is the national impact of Delhi? No, what's the national impact of Delhi?
Can I add to what you were saying?
Yeah.
I think Delhi is a microcosm of India.
You think?
And very much so, because you get migrant communities coming from all across into Delhi.
Yeah.
And if the BJP cannot win Delhi handsomely, then I think that they have a problem nationally.
It's a telling commentary.
They have a problem nationally. They will not be able to win nationally.
Your regional analysis shows that the social outreach of the BJP is not really extending to the poor and the underclass. That is why you're getting those figures in Northeast and Northwest. It's a very...
South has always been their stronghold.
The danger is the BJP knows the Aam Aadmi Party strategy, which is why, let's go to the national picture, let's get Shazia back, let's get Piyush into the debate. This is what Arvind Kejriwal has been saying. Arvind Kejriwal says, if I do well in Delhi, I'm going to go national. And I'm going to put up good candidates with relatively clean backgrounds in as many parliamentary constituencies, especially all the urban constituency pockets. Now, I'm not saying they get 27% or 30% like they get in Delhi, but if each of these Aam Aadmi Party candidates, because Meera Sanyal was an individual there, independent candidate, if the Aam Aadmi Party builds a presence which gets 5-6% of the vote, in Delhi they eat the Congress vote. But what if they eat into the BJP vote, which is the anti-Congress vote outside of Delhi? Is that a possible threat? First of all, Shazia, I want you to tell me what in your view is the significance of Delhi, and then I'll get Piyush to look at the bigger possible national impact of a Delhi performance of the kind we are seeing. Shazia, floor is yours.
You know, we're starting with Delhi, and we have made huge inroads, as you can see yourselves. And it's just not the lower classes, but the middle classes too. And also people from other areas, affluent areas too, who want better governance. We expose the complicity of BJP and Congress. We offer ourselves to be as a viable contender, as a viable alternative. We say we do politics in a different way. The end game of Aam Aadmi Party is different. So when we talk about decentralization of funds, when we talk about checking inflation, which is hugely spiraling also because of corruption, we do touch a chord with people. Also, if you start with Delhi and move to other states, because we already have a huge presence in 14 states, mind you. And let me remind everybody here that a whole lot of volunteers from across different parts of India have actually come to Delhi. And they in fact want to offer their services.
Delhi is not
India.
We
want to begin. True, but
some of our panelists say Delhi is a microcosm of India, but Shazia, Delhi is not India. My question was, would you
look at
if somebody watching in Pune, somebody watching in Mumbai, somebody watching in Tiruvananthapuram, Kolkata, Guwahati, where we hear that the Aam Aadmi Party would want to build an all-India presence based upon the momentum of Delhi. Can you do that in 4-5 months? That's the only. Can you do that in 4-5 months?
If you look at Himachal, if you look at Uttaranchal, it's BJP versus the Congress. If you look at Tamil Nadu, it is AIDMK versus DMK. If you look at UP, it's essentially Samajwadi and BSP.
From Piyush Goyal.
There is place for a third party, a different party, which is
the ambition is there. The ambition is there, and as far as I am concerned, the ambition is visible on the program tonight. The Aam Aadmi Party, already smelling success in Delhi, is talking beyond Delhi. Piyush Goyal, your quick response, then I'll get the panelists in on whether what is happening in Delhi will have a ripple effect outside. Piyush.
Jara quick response ke badle, have a little patience, because couple of things.
You respond to her. Yeah.
She has been talking, but I think the people ultimately want to see a track record. What Arvind Kejriwal and his team offer is talk. What Harshvardhan, Mr. Modi, the BJP leadership offers is performance. Track record. You know, Harshvardhan is the architect of the Pulse Polio program nationally, the most successful program that we've had. An honest politician, 20 years in public life, unblemished. That apart, she did mention about Anna Hazare that we ditched him. I'm a little amused where that came from, because we are the only ones who really fought for Lokpal in and outside the house. But where Shazia got that impression, I don't know. But I've never heard Anna Hazare also say that about the BJP. He has certainly said that about Arvind Kejriwal and his team, that they have actually ditched him very badly.
Now, Piyush Goyal ji, that is not true. Anna said that he's very close to Arvind Kejriwal and he doesn't back BJP and Congress at all. And we all know your track record. Thank God we don't have your kind of track record. We're very proud of it.
We know that when Anna Hazare praised... When Anna Hazare praised Mr. Modi, how desperately everybody ran to him and literally forced him to change his statement. His own personal secretary is on record. How they were misusing Anna Hazare. Who will trust a set of people who are using the secretary of Anna Hazare to make false comments and false statements? I don't think anybody trusts them at all. Certainly not the people. But now let's talk about the national scene. You wanted to know about the national scene? Let me throw a proposition, Arnab, on your channel today. Something which I have researched deeply, and I want a response from this eminent panel. Look at every election since 2008. The country has gone through one assembly in every state and the 2009 Lok Sabha election in the last 5.5 years. Look at the results. The national election in 2009, every pollster, including yours truly, including your channel, everybody said BJP Congress alliances around 150
Which year?
plus minus
Which year?
5.
Which year?
2009.
We didn't do a poll in 2000.
You may not have done a poll, but the general consensus was whoever is 5 seats plus minus will form the government. We went down to 116. People overwhelmingly voted for UPA because they didn't want a hodgepodge. They wanted a clear mandate.
You're saying
a government which stands a solid.
Point taken.
No, one sec.
Point.
There have been assembly elections in every state in the last 5 years. Akhilesh, who expected him to get 234?
Point is made.
Except Jharkhand. Except Jharkhand.
Piyush Goyal puts up a thesis.
Mandate.
Okay, Piyush Goyal puts up a thesis.
People tend to vote for the party which is winning.
Piyush Goyal
they want a good party which can
Piyush Goyal
and I see the BJP
puts up a thesis tonight.
And giving Delhi a strong government with an absolute majority.
He puts up a thesis tonight that
which
the people
challenge everybody.
He puts up a thesis tonight which he says he's putting to challenge, and this thesis is this: that people will be worried, nervous when they see possibility of Aam Aadmi Party doing well. They will gravitate back. They will gravitate back to the BJP, and there will be no possibility of that vote being split. Now, I'm going to show the Chhattisgarh number. 1 minute. 1 minute. Can I have the Chhattisgarh number?
Which world is Piyush Goyal living in? Which world is Piyush Goyal living in? Which world is Piyush Goyal living in?
Can we ask Piyush Goyal that suppose the Aam Aadmi Party actually pulls off a miraculous victory in Delhi? What does that mean then?
We have not seen that evidence of that anywhere in the country or in Delhi.
If you're saying
the evidence
that a BJP
is overwhelmingly
victory in Delhi means a BJP victory nationally, then an Aam Aadmi Party victory in Delhi, what does that mean nationally?
What it means is it's still a decisive verdict.
No,
he's talking about is decisive verdict. It may not be in favor of the BJP.
One at a time. One at a time.
Looking at a third alternative.
Hartosh Singhbal.
They don't want the two mainstream parties. They are rejecting the two mainstream parties.
People want a strong government. Mr. Modi has yet to campaign. This is the last phase of election. He's right now in Chhattisgarh today. He's done 3 very successful rallies. And I think when it comes to Delhi, the people of Delhi will see in him the future in Delhi and Harshvardhan the future.
Hartosh. Too much has been made out of this proposition about a decisive mandate. It has no reasoning behind it. By this logic, there will never be a divided mandate in this country ever. You know, on each election you can use this. I mean, the point is it is an irrelevant argument. It has nothing to do with the specifics of any election. It is trotted out as a theory which has no basis in fact. We will eventually run into an election where the mandate will be broken. And Delhi could well be that election. We don't know.
Show me the theory and fact of contesting my claim. Except Jharkhand.
1 minute. Wait. Piyush Goyal, if the debate is hotting up, I request everybody, one by one, if everyone's questioning this whole thesis Piyush Goyal puts up on the news tonight, that, you know, there will be a decisive verdict, I request you one by one, we'll take the points. Who else disagrees with Piyush's perspective? No, you've spoken. So I go to Rashid. Rashid is countering.
You look at national politics. Since 91, there's been no clear mandate for a political party. There have been coalitions, and coalitions are not the way the coalitions have been functioning in Kerala. They are just parties come and go. They are very unstable. So the whole thing is that why is country not voting for a political party? There are 2 national parties, Congress and BJP.
Ajoy. Absolutely. The point is that you look at the Congress. You talk about the UPA victory. They didn't get a majority.
Yes, 206.
They didn't get. They just got 206.
I have a point.
So please.
The point what I made.
No.
Everybody was expecting a hung house.
No.
You still have to make
coalition.
Not get a majority.
You still have to make coalition.
Do you concede this point? Do you concede it?
I do not concede this point.
You don't.
I do not concede this point because he is completely repudiating what is India today. It is getting more and more fragmented. So trying to simplify it with just saying a decisive word.
It was only in 1996 that there was no clear sense of the mandate for the Lok Sabha. Every other Lok Sabha election after that had a sense of the mandate.
He's talking of a party.
Sense of the mandate.
Clear mandate. Stable government year after year.
1 minute, I'll decide who takes Piyush out. Sankarshan is taking him on.
What Sanjay is saying, sense of a mandate and the arithmetic of a parliament are 2 very different things. We haven't, our polity is very fractured. To now start imagining a single party soaring into power in the Lok Sabha, I think is daydreaming. And we are just a few months away.
Vis-a-vis the next stage? 1 minute. Should we test this vis-a-vis the next stage? Now, if this theory is correct, then what we should be seeing is that we should be seeing decisive verdicts in Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh. Decisive as in not. One minute.
Those are two-party
and if this theory is true, then all these the gap should be increasing in all these 3 states. Now let's pull out the numbers from Chhattisgarh.
Right,
And the numbers from Chhattisgarh, which are now going to come on your screen, and just a quick sense of Chhattisgarh. I want to give our viewers a historical sense of Chhattisgarh. We were projecting in September 2013, which is last time when we put out a state of the state survey, we projected 42 to the BJP, 38 to the Congress in terms of vote share, translating to 47 and 40 seats respectively. There was a gap of 7 seats between both of them. And on the screen right now, Jay will tell us whether that gap has increased or reduced. Jay, what's the story? Has the story in Chhattisgarh changed in the last...
It's quite interesting. The vote share gap has reduced from 4 to 3.
Right.
And that has also led the seat share gap to reduce from 7 to 5. So it's actually becoming a very close and now some sort of an open game where the vote share gap is just 3% and the seat share gap is 5.
What is on air here right now is the vote share.
A seat share,
is the seat share.
Absolutely. 46 to the BJP, 41 to the Congress, a narrow 5-seat gap with a 3% vote share difference. But let's keep in mind.
And when we are showing this change here, this is
with respect to September.
Yeah, so this is +1.
It's gained 1 with respect to September.
-1
for the BJP with respect to September.
Right.
The BSP is sort of losing out its vote share.
Losing out its one seat.
That's exactly my theory.
No, it's not exactly your theory.
Because
it's not exactly your theory, Piyush. Because I'll tell you why it's not
a consistent position. BSP is the loser. Even the last election, the BJP was 3%.
Allow me.
2% plus.
Allow me, Piyush Goyal, because let's look at the numbers. 1 minute. Let's look at the numbers in Chhattisgarh. The number in terms of vote share is that there is a 2% swing towards the Congress compared to both September 2013 as well as 2008. So the Congress party in the last few weeks has actually gained, I don't know whether this is due to Ajit Jogi or any other factors, has actually gained 2%. And the gap between these two other parties, between the Congress and the BJP, is only what? It's only 3% now.
3%. It was 2% in the last election.
It was 2% in the last election.
Yes.
It was 4%.
Like that.
It was 4% in September, and it is now 3%.
And it may again go back to 4% because Mr. Modi has just come from 3 rallies today.
Well, I mean,
these are things which you will see very soon.
Historically, would you not credit Raman Singh with anything?
He's done wonderful work, but then we add to that the Modi charm and charisma, and you got a winning combination.
One second. One minute. Shesh Narayan Singh was traveling in Chhattisgarh in the Bastar belt a few weeks back. I like his understanding. You've traveled there. You know the numbers. The story that we are saying is that it's very, very close. Only 3% is dividing these two parties. The Congress is improving. Those are a small way, both its vote share and its seat share. So as far as we are projecting, Chhattisgarh is on razor's edge.
Yes.
I want to tell our viewers that please look at the range of our projections. The range of our seat share, Congress 37 to 45, BJP 42 to 50. We are basically saying here the game is very much open. Do you think this is the right assessment from what you're getting on the ground?
Because 2 points. एक तो ये है कि Bastar is the most important seat as far as the formation of the government is concerned. 11 सीटें बीजेपी ने पिछली बार जीती थी वहाँ 12 में. इस बार किसी कीमत पे 11 नहीं जीतेंगे. तो इसलिए आपका असेसमेंट बिल्कुल सही लग रहा है. ग्राउंड पे भी यही वेरीफाई हो रहा है. मी एंड मनीषा बोथ हैव ट्रैवल्ड देयर. 2, मोदी को कोई नहीं जानता सिवा कुछ शहरों में जो लड़के रिपोर्टिंग का काम करते हैं. एड़ी चोटी का जोर लगा दिया हमने मोदी जी की फोटो दिखा के. कोई मोदी को नहीं जानता. सो मोदी इज नॉट अ फैक्टर इन एटलीस्ट
रमन सिंह इज द फैक्टर.
रमन सिंह इज द फैक्टर. रमन सिंह की बड़ी बड़ी तस्वीरें मिलेंगी. प्लीज मोदी और राहुल गांधी कोई फैक्टर नहीं है. और मैंने जब 8 दिन पहले लिखा था, अखबारों में छपा था, तो भाइयों ने मुझे हड़का लिया था. Today, when Times of India came out with this story, there are telling me, oh, you did a good job. So Modi कोई नहीं है, Raman Singh is the man. और अजीत जोगी is very important. ये जो आपका परसेंटेज बढ़ता दिख रहा है, ये अजीत जोगी के नाराजगी खत्म होने के बाद अजीत जोगी इंपॉर्टेंट है. और दूसरा सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर इनकी बीजेपी के कम होने का हो सकता है कि करुणा शुक्ला is very, very angry. And today Modi in his lectures mentioned Atal Bihari Vajpayee's name 8 times. So he and even the constituency where Alka Mudaliar, somebody who died in that Jiram Ghati thing, his wife is contesting against Raman Singh, and after Karuna Shukla campaigned in his constituency, it's becoming difficult.
No, but the only question is what has prompted the sudden slide in the BJP's numbers in the last few weeks. Has anything substantial happened? The only thing is, one thing could be ticket distribution, the other is though the Congress party has not projected him as the chief ministerial candidate, Ajit Jogi has managed to take control of the party there, and he's been an effective manipulative strategist there. I think Raman Singh is with us. We got 2 questions with him. Navika can take the first question with us.
Dr. Raman Singh, the Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh, joining us this evening. Good evening, Dr. Raman Singh. It's a very, very close fight as far as Chhattisgarh is concerned. 3 percentage points separate you and the Congress in Chhattisgarh. Just a difference of 5 seats. Earlier, this used to be a difference of about 12 to 13 seats in the last 2 elections. How confident are you, Dr. Raman Singh, that you will get past that halfway mark? Because our survey just shows 1 seat above the halfway mark.
पिछले 2 चुनाव से इस बार बेहतर पोजीशन में है और पब्लिक का जो रुझान है, ये हमने विकास यात्रा में 6000 किलोमीटर देखा है. सरकार की योजनाओं का एक पॉजिटिव रिस्पांस जनता के बीच में बस्तर से सरगुजा तक हमने देखा है और उम्मीद करते हैं कि आने वाले चुनाव में जो 11 तारीख और 19 तारीख को मतदान होना है, उसमें भारतीय जनता पार्टी पहले से बेहतर स्थिति में आएगी और हम क्लियर कट मेजॉरिटी लेकर इस बार तीसरी बार सरकार बनाने में सफल रहेंगे.
रमन सिंह जी, एक और सवाल है कि जो बीजेपी की वोट शेयर है, इट सीम्स टू बी ड्रॉपिंग एंड कांग्रेस की वोट शेयर हैज सीन अ स्लाइट इंक्रीज. सो डू यू थिंक दैट द फेलियर टू टैकल द नक्सल मेनेस और इतने 2 टर्म आपके हो गए, that is responsible for this slight loss that you have had in the last few weeks?
एंटी-इनकम्बेंसी फैक्टर यदि छत्तीसगढ़ में कहे तो छत्तीसगढ़ में एक गवर्नमेंट के खिलाफ कोई एंटी-इनकम्बेंसी फैक्टर मैंने नहीं देखा और काफी पॉजिटिव रिस्पांस. बट गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के केंद्र सरकार के नीतियों से बढ़ती हुई महंगाई का एक असर छत्तीसगढ़ में पड़ा है कि लोग कहते हैं तेल से लेकर नमक से लेकर आम आदमी के जीवन में जो चीज है वो महंगी हुई है और महंगाई का असर मध्यवर्गीय परिवार में, गरीब परिवार में बहुत जबरदस्त पड़ा है. तो ये एंटी इनकम्बेंसी है तो केंद्र सरकार के खिलाफ है, डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह के खिलाफ है. यहाँ सरकार के खिलाफ कोई ऐसा एंटी इनकम्बेंसी फैक्टर नहीं है, इसलिए हम इस बार पहले से ज्यादा सीट लेकर आएंगे.
जी रमन सिंह जी, I know I have to go. Watch. I want to thank you.
हमारा वोट शेयर आपकी एक मिनट भाई साहब, अर्नब ने कुछ गलत जानकारी दी अपने चैनल पे, मैं जरा उनको ठीक कर लूं. अर्नब ने कहा कि भाजपा का वोट शेयर पिछले हफ्तों में गिरा है. नहीं, माफी करिए, 42 से 43 बढ़ा है.
नो प्लीज आई थिंक 1 सेकंड प्लीज. जी, पहली बात यह है, मैं अपनी मुंह से अपनी तारीफ नहीं करना चाहता, मगर मैं ज्यादातर गलत नहीं बोलता नंबर्स के बारे में. नहीं मगर जब आपने इतनी तीव्र गति से हम पे क्या कहते हैं हमला बोल दिया तो आप इतने जब इतने उत्तेजित और क्रोधित हो गए, तो मेरा ये मानना है कि मैं जो बात कह रहा हूं वो ग्राफिक पे दिखा रहा हूं. ग्राफिक ये है. हाँ, 1 मिनट ग्राफिक. पीयूष गोयल, आई नो
कि वोट शेयर गिरा है.
आई नो दैट
आपकी बात के ऊपर
पीयूष गोयल 1 minute.
Playback कर लीजिए.
1 minute. I never look back. I always look forward. The question is this, Piyush Goyal. What I am saying here is that when you are doing opinion polls out here, the more important thing for me is the gap. And the story is that of September 2013. And the story is that of the situation now. So as far as I am concerned, the gap is what is You know, the gap between the vote share gap between both the parties has been reducing. You take that point.
Second point is my national theory is proved here.
How is it?
BSP and others have gone down from 6 plus 16 to 5 plus 12. And you can see the consistent fall. So my theory on the national election is proved in Chhattisgarh.
I'd say one thing.
So you're conceding the first point.
No, I'm not conceding. I'm clear our vote share is going up. But I'm adding to that. That is the loser is BSP and others.
Gentlemen, the situation tonight is this.
My vote has gone up from 40
and I repeat, 1 minute, please hear me out. If the BJP increases its vote share, it loses seats. Congress increases both its seat share and its vote share, and Chhattisgarh becomes too close for comfort. 1 minute. Where is this perceptible change of mood? You know, there is, as you've been saying, they've said there's an anti-Congress mood. But in a straight contest, that should be reflected. Why is it not being reflected? Manisha, Priyam, let's open this up for debate. What are we seeing at the national level from the trend we are seeing so far?
Apart from the 2-3 issues that Sheshnarayan raised, there is also the land issue. So the Congress is certainly fighting Chhattisgarh, fighting it to the last battle, and Dr. Raman Singh ji has been forced, apart from just his PDS dolings, which is nationally acknowledged, done in a very good way, the minimum support prices have had to be increased. Apart from that, he's also had to announce a farmers' bonanza. So somewhere along the way, on the issues also, the Congress has been somewhat pushing Raman Singh to innovate even in the last minute.
But you know what is prompting the slide? What is prompting the slide? Is there a BJP wave? You know, eventually why is everybody looking? Why is everybody looking at the state election?
Wave is doubtful.
You are looking at the state election to see who has the momentum. Is there an increase in momentum for the BJP in the last 6 weeks? I don't see one. So far.
See, the elections are... let me explain. See, both in Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh, the image of both Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan and Raman Singh is fairly good. Or it's Congress failure to make a dent.
Sure.
At the same time, the image or performance of BJP MLAs in both these BJP-ruled states is on the decline. So there is a bit of a paradox. So BJP is on the, in real terms, the elections are very closely being fought.
The last two elections were pretty status quoist for the BJP. There was no national factor there.
Precisely.
There was no Modi factor there. This time there is a national factor, but there is a change in terms of seats. Now what is that telling you?
Why has it fallen in the past 2 months?
Why is it?
What has happened in the past?
What is happening in the? No. Is it the fact that the Congress party is consolidating itself better? Nirja.
See, there are 3 things that have happened. One is that the Congress is getting its act together. Number 1, there is closing of ranks. Ajit Jogi, the Congress High Command has gone in for a power sharing formula, so that has made a difference. The second is the Congress is doing better in Bastar, and Bastar is going to be key to what happens in Chhattisgarh. So they are expected to win half the seats there this time. And of course there is the sympathy factor for the Congress because of the killing of its senior leadership, which was there, which is
You're very right about Bastar. I want to bring Piyush Goyal's attention on this. You see, Bastar was the area of 12 seats. You won 11 out of 12 seats, and that's why you won. That's why you have been winning. It's because of Bastar. The results, as far as regions, when I divide it, we look at South. That's the key to power. South is Bastar, isn't it?
Yes, Bastar.
South is Bastar, and I see that there is a -4 for the BJP in this particular region compared to 2008. So that the danger is in Bastar.
Arnav, bear in mind one thing, what Manisha just said. Raman Singh is that one government which has been a role model. The Supreme Court, the UN has said, there's the best PDS system, the one which has had reached out to the poor in the best fashion in the country. I saw the manifesto that they released only yesterday, much after your poll. I see in Chhattisgarh a gradual shift of the people from the politics of disruption which Ajit Jogi has let loose on the Congress, and I see Raman Singh literally going to a 2/3 majority in Chhattisgarh,
the story, we are going to go back to the national picture, but the story from Chhattisgarh coming out right from the tribal areas of the Dandakaranya forest is that it's been an unusual BJP stronghold. That's where the BJP is slipping this time. So the story so far, we've gone through 2 states. Huge surge for the Aam Aadmi Party, the BJP feeling the heat, still #1 in Delhi, but just about a hockey stick-like improvement in performance for the Aam Aadmi Party, which could put the BJP in danger. Of course, it's already put Sheila Dikshit in danger. In Chhattisgarh, a slight consolidation backed by the Congress, but not enough. Raman Singh still very much ahead, but this is not going to be a status quo performance. He's going to have to really fight back in Chhattisgarh. When I come back, we'll have the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh live, Shivraj Singh Chauhan, because we've got the two big states. Between both of them, they send a lot of members of parliament. Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh will determine Delhi. We are back with MP and Rajasthan after a short break on our state poll projections.